Most of us talk to ourselves in ways that we would never tolerate from a friend. I'm not smart enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not productive enough. I'm not spiritual enough. I'm not good enough. And that's wild. Because if someone spoke to us that way all day long, we would drop them. We would drop them like they're hot. We wouldn't say, we wouldn't stay with friends or people like that who would constantly criticize us or tear us down. And yet, we let ourselves do it all day, every day. So maybe the real problem with love isn't others. Maybe the real problem is that we don't know how to love ourselves. At the end of this episode, I'm going to guide you through a simple 2-minute love meditation that has completely changed how I feel about myself and my life. So stay with me, because this practice alone might be the thing that finally helps you feel worthy, calm, and deeply loved from the inside out. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You cannot outsource love. Not your husband, not your kids, not your best friend, not your job, not your audience. Other people are supporting characters in your life, but they're not the source of your worth or your happiness. There's a kind of perfect unconditional love that doesn't depend on your performance. It doesn't depend on how productive you are, how patient you are, which I am not, how skinny you are, or how successful you are. No, it exists simply because you exist. And for me, everything started to change when I stopped trying to earn love and started practicing receiving it. And girls, as women, when we get in touch with our femininity, we realize that receiving is our superpower. And that might seem a little bit weird to you because we think receiving is kind of passive, but it's a superpower. It really is. And when we can be good receivers and really take things in, oh my gosh, life changes. It was actually just pretty recently that I decided that I was going to spend 5 minutes a day just feeling love. Because I realized as a mom of 6 and as a wife, stay-at-home mom, home educating our kids, I give a lot. And I was giving a lot from a place of emptiness, and I was not liking the results. And I was covered in guilt and shame for not being good enough. But I didn't have what I needed to be able to give from. So it kind of dawned on me what if I actually focused on filling myself up first? How would life look differently? So here's what I did. In this quiet time, it's not about thinking about love and what it means, or journaling about love, or analyzing my childhood trauma, or anything. It was just about feeling it, experiencing love. It was kind of uncomfortable at first because my brain was thinking, hey, you don't deserve this. And wondering, where is this even coming from, this love? Or it feels fake or weird. But the end results were undeniable. I felt calmer, fuller, less reactive, less desperate for validation. I mean, when you're filled up with love, you are okay. It's really good. It was like my nervous system finally was able to exhale. And the thing is, this doesn't require an hour-long meditation treat or going off for a long week to Bali or something like that. It's a micro habit. It's just small. And just like when you start working out and they tell you for micro habits, just put on your workout clothes every day this week. Just do one little thing. If you go to the gym, that's great. But if you don't, that's fine. Just get dressed in the clothes that you would if you were going to go to the gym. Eventually, you get your butt in the gym because you just feel it. You feel ready. And then, so that's your next micro habit is go in the gym for 5 minutes or, walk on the treadmill or go for a walk a little loop around your neighborhood, whatever it is. And you do that, and then you're like, this is easy. I'm always dressed in my clothes in the morning to go and be active, and now I did this, and it builds on itself. So with this love practice, it's just 5 minutes, and you can do it while you're waiting in the car for your kids, while you're cooking dinner, in the shower. I love me some shower time. Before bed, just close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, breathe slowly, and imagine warm golden love pouring down from above, filling you up and filling up your heart. Right here, filling up this whole space with golden light. You don't earn it. You just receive it. So one of the first things that comes up a lot of times when we're trying to receive love is the question of worthiness. I'm not worthy because I have failed at all of these different relationships. And I'm not worthy because I'm messed up as a mom. Again, for the 80th time today. Or I'm not worthy because someone labeled me and it stuck. I've got all these labels all over me. I am ugly. I am unlovable. I am too impatient. I am greedy. I am selfish. Whatever it is. And that we just like, I'm sorry, love has to bounce off of that because I got this label here and I'm sticking with it because it's a little sticky. Okay, well, here's the thing. We carry guilt and shame like baggage. All these labels, all that stuff. And then we're confused why we can't feel light and joyful and free. Like, oh, it sounds nice, but I'm weighed down by these bags of rocks. It's like trying to take a ride in a hot air balloon while dragging these big bags of rocks everywhere. You don't get to fly while you're carrying on to your past. You get to choose to let go. Do you know the only one that is keeping you tied to that crap is you? If there are people in your lives that keep reminding you of the crap that you've done, well, yeah, but you can cut them out of your life, or you can put them on mute, or pause that relationship and say, you know what? I'm going to move out of that. I am no longer going to let those labels define me because I choose newness. I choose freshness. Only we can. Sounds like a commercial for Febreze. Okay. So it's up to you to choose newness and freshness, friend. And yeah, only we get to write the story of our life every day. Every moment, here's the thing, every moment we have the opportunity to choose something new for us. So here's something else that really woke me up. When trauma becomes the most interesting thing about you, something is wrong. You know the dynamic, right, that I'm talking about? When you get together with your girlfriends and the conversation quickly devolves into basically complaining. Oh, my guy, he did this. Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh. Let me tell you what mine did. Oh, and my boss. Oh, and my kids. You know, we start one-upping misery. That's really exciting. And then one day we realize that this energy, this trauma drama energy is really, really empty. It's actually, I wouldn't even call it empty. It is soul-sucking. Okay? And this is not intimacy. This is not bonding with our girlfriends by getting together and complaining about life. It's actually a collective self-abandonment. It's saying, oh, no, victim here, baby. Victim here. Oh, no, I'm a bigger victim than you. Okay? Check this out. No, that's gross. It's gross. You don't need that. We do not need to compete for who's the most broken. Come on. It's me. I get the award. Give me that ribbon. We can do better than this, ladies. We deserve better than this. So. And I mean, that's what in the last episode, we're talking about vibrations. Where are we living in our 12-story building? Are we down here at a bottom level vibration? Or are where our perspective, our view is limited to that floor that we're on? What if we're all the way up on top? and we have the beautiful vistas, and we can see the gorgeous mountains, and we can see the beautiful ocean. And that's just, can't even see the end of it. It's just so gorgeous. And our troubles that we have, that when we're down on the first floor, these troubles look like this big hill, and like, how in the world am I going to deal with that? I'm so overwhelmed. You get up, you hit that elevator, hit that top floor, get out there, look around, and that trouble that was overwhelming, my goodness, it is so small, so very insignificant. And you know you've got this. I was recently very struck by, I know I keep talking about the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, but it really has gotten me to examine what I want. And when I did examine what I want, I realized, oh my gosh, it's who I want to be, not what I want to have. And when I started realizing the woman that I want to be, I thought, I want to be a woman who radiates light and joy and love and patience. I want to be someone who, that when I encounter other people, they feel like just being around me is a big hug. To me, that's wealth. That's richness. That's the effect. There's a Maya Angelou quote. I think it is. Otherwise, it's Abraham Lincoln. Trust me on that. That people don't remember what you do. They remember, or say, they remember how you make them feel. And that always struck me because I have this one relative that I just love, and she's never really done anything extraordinary. But you know, she spent time with me whenever I got to be with her. She'd pick me up when I was little, and she'd play in the pool. And as I got older and visited her as an adult, she just radiated love and acceptance and joy. She had so much joy and delight. And I just knew, especially in my adulthood and seeing her example of the energy that she had, like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. That's what I want to give others. That's what I want to emanate from me. So anyway, talking about like who I want to be this, not because the Bible told me so or someone else said I was supposed to do it. I want these things to be this person because it feels right. It feels good. It feels like my highest self. And I think we get this totally backwards. We think that living your highest potential means becoming a top-tier surgeon or a successful entrepreneur or a fancy lawyer, when what it really, I think it means, is that we're experiencing our life deeply. It means personal growth. It means not being the same person when you leave this plane as you did when you arrived. You have grown. Something else that comes up, I think, coupled very well with all of this as we're examining love and worthiness, is also self-respect. Something that I really didn't think much about until a couple weeks ago, and I thought, self-respect, what does that even mean? I think we live in a very disrespectful culture where it's great to be sarcastic and cut each other down and be super ultra critical. And I honestly hate that. I hate that feeling. I don't want to be that person. And it's hard because we feel like to be able to fit in, we have to come back with some quippy jibes at other people or like, oh, I can complain more about this thing. Look how great I am. I'm so smart. And it's really gross. I don't like it at all. In this culture of disrespect, like, honestly, who do we respect? I don't know. And I think there's a lot of ways that people we were told that we were supposed to respect, they don't deserve it. They don't earn it. They haven't earned it. They've just either demanded it, like, oh, well, I've got this fancy white coat. I 8 years in school. Bow down. I'm like, what? You're preaching lies, you know? Anyway, so if you've listened to a previous podcasts, you know I'm not really on board with any of the systems that are set up in our cultures, the education system, medical system, government, anyway. But getting to broader strokes here, self-respect, that I really wanted to examine, what does that even mean? And what I came to discover actually kind of broke my heart. And self-respect is part of self-love. Self-respect means you don't bend your values or your boundaries for other people's comfort. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want you to lean into it. Think about it. Where have you betrayed yourself? Your values, your boundaries. Where have you said yes when everything was screaming no inside of you? And I have done this so many times. And I'm not talking about when we sacrifice for what we want for our children or our families, and even sometimes in our relationships. That does require self-sacrifice, but not to self-abandonment. And that's a very big thing. Self-respect is saying, what are my values? What are my beliefs? And choosing to hold to them. And I remember I especially felt this when I was building my business and also as a commercial actress. I would sacrifice my family constantly because the business or those acting opportunities felt more urgent, more important than my kids or my husband. It was an internal war of, especially as women, when we feel very responsible to take care of our people, our families, our kids and our husbands, to be that relational nurturer, to be the main one that's raising our children alongside our husbands. But that's kind of biologically, that's our job. That's what we're built for. And when we have other things that pull us away from that, and we're told like, no, you're building your career. Your career is number one. It's super important. You can't say no to your boss because then you might not have a job. But you can say no to your kids. You can say no to your husband. You can sacrifice intimacy and everything by putting work as number one. It's that kind of internal war where you're feeling all the mom guilt, all the relationship guilt, all the like, why does life suck so hard right now? I am doing everything and I hate it. I'm a little passionate about this because this was me. I was torn in pieces from this. It's burnout, girls, because we are at war with ourselves. And self-respect is saying, I'm not comfortable with that, and I won't be doing that. We say it lovingly, we say it calmly, we say it clearly. We have boundaries and we have values. And sometimes we have to say no. A lot of times we have to be willing to say no to the other things to put our families and ourselves as number one so we can be in alignment and not at war with ourselves. Big feelings right there. Really big feelings. Moving on. So let's talk about joy, shall we? I think so often we feel like joy is a luxury. Do you feel that way? Oh, gosh. It'd be so nice to be joyful, wouldn't it? Oh, I remember that one time I had a little joy. Felt really good. I clicked my heels. No, it's if you close your eyes and imagine yourself joyful, not just okay, not fine, but really joyful. Ooh, like the first word that comes to me is bliss. Ooh, it feels so good. If you could cut, okay, so here's the thing. Imagine if you could cut one thing out of your life, one existing thing out of your life that would immediately increase your joy, what is it? That's your sign, right? Because that's why can't we go ahead and take the obvious and then take action? Like, oh, yeah, if I stopped doing this or I quit this club or I said no to these volunteer things or, if I cut down to part-time or something, oh my gosh, I would immediately feel better. Do it. Do it. I give you permission. If you feel like you need permission to take care of yourself and get you some joy, friend, you have permission. I'd like you to take care of that this week. Try it immediately. Get you some joy. All right, here's another thing. One of the quickest ways to joy is gratitude. And and you can actually start your day with gratitude before your feet hit the floor. When you wake up in the morning, before you make your bed, before you get out of bed, what if you listed 3 to 5 things that you were grateful for? And you just soaked in the feeling. Ooh, how good does it feel to be grateful? Oh, you feel so lucky. Oh, I am so glad my house is warm today. Oh, because it's like negative something or other outside right now. I am so thankful that I get to sleep with my child. Oh, by the way, I just love co-sleeping. Yes, I have to get up several times because he's still potty training, but that's okay. I would rather get all those snuggles and be in this moment and be his security. That's a different topic. We'll get into more of that. Co-sleeping in the parenting the motherhood section later on in a couple weeks. But just soaking in gratitude. And let that be the way you wake up. You start your day off with some delicious gratitude, and it's going to be good. And please don't repeat the same things every single day because you won't feel it. You will stop feeling grateful and you want to feel grateful. Think of ridiculous things. I'm thankful for the color pink. It makes me feel happy and like a little girl, and I just love it. I don't know if you like pink. Okay, another tip of to be able to get in your joy. I like me a happy playlist. So it's a Happy Mama is my current playlist. And I like to keep it current. And if there's a song that isn't resonating with me anymore, take it off, put on some new ones that you find, and put in those earbuds. Crank that sucker while you're getting dressed in the morning. You're going to be shaking those hips, you'll be waving those arms. And oh my gosh, talk about going up to the 12th floor. Bing, whoop, all the way up there with your happy playlist. It gets you jiving. It's very important. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, happy town. So another thing you can do just to get joy, well, go sit by a window and let the sun come and warm your face. I'm thinking because it's cold outside because it's January at the moment, but probably not in the summertime. That wouldn't feel so great. But just pretend you're a cat and just sun. Just sit for just a couple minutes in the sun. Relax your body. Pretend you're yourself as a little girl. And just feel the beauty of that warm, radiant sun on your body. That's pretty blissful. Joy is free. Love is free. And yet both of those things are part of the equation of happiness that is not being marketed to us, girls. It is not. No, instead, we are told that we have to buy happiness. We have to earn happiness. We have to be good enough. We have to make more money so that then we can go to Mallorca and then truly be happy. And no. We get to be happy right now. We get to be happy anywhere, anytime. We get to be happy all over the place. Come and be happy. So it is a choice. So I'm going to give you a little homework, a little assignments, if you will. But here's the things. These aren't really assignments or homework. It's your life. It's great. So the invitations that I have for this week are this. 1, spend 5 minutes a day soaking in love. Set your timer on your phone and go. Turn off all notifications. Make it quiet or listen to some ooey-eye music and soak in love. Or again, you can do this while you're cooking dinner. Set your timer. Soak in love. Don't get distracted. Be in that state of love and fill yourself up. Invitation number 2. Identify one place that you have abandoned yourself and set one loving boundary. I think you will, if I immediately feel in my system that drain when I think about the places where I have abandoned myself. And I know it's hard to set those boundaries. It feels hard, especially if it's around someone that you love and you have to set that boundary because you just can't take that suck anymore. You're like, this is me and this is what I need for me and I love you. But it stops here. I know that can feel hard, but I encourage you, you're not alone. You're welcome to reach out to me if you want to talk about it or if you need a little rah rah, but you got this. It's going to make you feel so much freer. You're dropping the bags, dropping those bags of rocks is good. All right. Number 3 for your invitation is I would like you to schedule two or three joyful rituals this week. And a ritual does not mean you have to like dress up funny and light candles and all that stuff. You could, if that's joyful. There's a gal on Instagram who I can't remember what her handle is, but she dresses up in goofy, crazy clothes that makes her look like she's like a high priestess of something, and it's radical colors. And she talks gibberish and gives you a blessing of the week. And it's all just kind of nonsensy, and it's funny, and it's sweet, and it's lighthearted. That's great. That's a ritual for you. But it could be, what is it that brings you joy? Is it kitchen dance parties? Because those are fun. Is it setting up some quiet time where I love this ever since I was little? I loved making things fancy. So I would get the fancy teacup and I would get a doily or a pretty napkin and I would set that up. And I remember when my dad, he had gotten us books on tape or plays on tape. And I would sit, because he would get them from London. So there was all these fabulous British productions and BBC things. And I would set up my nightstand with a couple saltine crackers and my cup of sleepy time tea and my pretty teacup I got for my birthday. And I would turn on Wind of the Willows or Robinson Crusoe or something like that. And I would just, like a total sweet little nerd, I would sit in my bed and listen to these stories and endlessly. But I love that. That was a ritual that really brought me joy and brought me into the feeling of the person that I want to be. Okay, so you have a couple different things. So guess what? You are stuck with you longer than you are stuck with anyone else on this planet. Are you going to be your harshest critic or your most loving, bestest's friend? You might need to go to Claire's and buy a best friend necklace and just wear them both together. Say, I'm my own best friend. And I'm going to talk nice to myself because I deserve to be loving. And I am filling myself up because guess what? It's your life. It's now or never. So we're not going to live forever, but you're going to live forever with you. And who do you want to be to yourself? How do you want to show up in life? I know I want to show up as someone who is filled with love, that radiates it, that shares it, that is just pouring out of me. And I want to be joyful. To me, those are my gold. If I can be remembered as that, it's going to mean a whole lot more than anything that I could accomplish. It's going to matter more than any art I create or movie that I'm in or song I record or a book I've written. That's going to matter so much more if I can show up, if I can end life having lived as that person. And I'm on my way. That's my journey. And I'm really excited. I hope you join me on it too. I'm going to compose myself and let's get back to our love meditation. All right. I promised you a simple love meditation. So if you're driving, just listen. If you're somewhere safe, you can close your eyes. I just want you to receive in this moment. Take a slow breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. Place one hand on your heart. Imagine a warm golden light gently glowing in the center of your chest. With every breath in, that light grows brighter. With every breath out, your body softens. Darling, you do not have to earn this love. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to become anything. You simply receive. Let this light that's beaming in your chest, radiating through you, let it move into your shoulders, releasing that extra tension, your neck. Let go, let go. It radiates into your arms, into the softness of your belly, your back. Whisper silently or aloud, I am worthy of love. I am safe to receive. I choose to be my own best friend. Feel that warmth wrapping around you like a blanket. You are held. You are supported. You are more than enough. Take one more slow breath in, and when you're ready, gently exhale. If your eyes have been closed, open them when you're ready. Love and happiness are inside jobs. No one can do this work for you. And guess what? No one can take it away from you either. Thank you for spending this time with me. I am experimenting with something new that I have been feeling called to create, a whole woman awakening circle. It will be an online, live, guided women's experience focused on alignment, responsibility, and coming home to yourself, your womanhood, your marriage, and your motherhood. Our first circle will be Sunday, February 22nd from 2 to 3 p.m. And we'll be gathering in a structured, intentional space that includes reflection, a guided meditation, and grounded sharing. This is not a venting circle or a place to stay stuck in victimhood. It's a place to come and get nourished and recharged, revitalized, and feel renewed afterwards. And to make sisterly connections with each other. This is something I'm trying with the intention of offering it monthly if it feels nourishing and aligned. Space is limited, and there is a short application to make sure that I can help the group to make sure it's all a good fit for everyone involved. If this resonates, I invite you to come apply at wholewomanawakening.com. If something in today's episode resonated with you and you're feeling a call to go deeper, I'd love to stay connected. I'm beginning to offer Whole Woman Mentorship. This is a one-on-one, intuitive support for women who are ready to realign with themselves, their marriages, and their motherhood. I'm also experimenting with a monthly Whole Woman Circle. It's a live, online, guided women's experience rooted in responsibility, presence, and coming home to yourself. You can learn more, join the community, and explore what's unfolding at wholewomanawakening.com. Until next time, may you feel supported coming home to yourself.